Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I will be talking about my experience this past weekend at the NFB Student Seminar Mid-Atlantic, which was held in Baltimore, Maryland at the Jernigan Institute. And it was great. I was able to get some videos and some audio of some of the things that were happening. And I just wanted to kind of tell you all about it. So we took an Uber there because we're really close to the place, and we got there, and they were the building was huge. We didn't know what door to go in, so there was 4 doors. We were which door do we go in? So we found the door, and they have rooms there, so you can stay there, and the light switches. There's it's a panel of so what the light switch would be, instead of being a little switch that you move up and down. This was buttons, and so. The first button would be totally dark, so you press it and it'd be making a low pitch sound. And the second button would be a little bit higher pitch sound. That would let you know it's on 50% or whatever it was. I think it was 50%. And then the next one's 75, the next one is 100. That way you could tell if you walked in a room and you pressed the button, if it made that dark sound, that's how you knew it was dark. So it was really cool. And so the dining room is really cool too, because the way that everything is arranged. So the drink machines are all labeled. They have milk, they have tea, all that stuff's labeled. I think they had tea. They might have had tea. I don't know. I didn't look for that. Oh wait, they had sweet tea. Yeah, they didn't have flavored tea. And they had glasses and mugs you could use, cups. And then the serving line was really cool. It was this glass table, and there were these little holes inside the table, and that's where your serveware would be. There'd be forks, spoons, knives, napkins, etc. And then as you got on the line, they'd have a plate. And then, they would put the food on your plate, which, people could serve themselves, but I bet probably easier, because there was probably 50 people there, so, but yeah, it was great. Service was really great. They were awesome. They, told us everything they had, and I was thank you guys are great. So Friday night, we got there, I put my food down, and put my phone next to my food, thinking that I could call my phone to find my food, because I had to get a drink. The drink was at the end of the line, so I had to go all the way back, and, I was guys, I can't find my food, and they were that's okay, we can make you more, and I'm I'm not worried about the food, I'm worried about my phone. I can't find it. So apparently, my phone was on ring, but the person next to the phone didn't hear it. So they were or they didn't know it was my phone. And they were I don't hear a phone. And I'm oh. So finally someone saw it, and they helped me get to my spot. But it was great. I met lots of people. I met a blind lawyer, and I met, all these people that had done great things as blind people. And, it blew my mind. Honestly, I was holy crap, this is awesome. Amazing. So I loved it. I can't even tell you. So we had this we had sessions where people would talk and stuff, and we had a mock trial and everything. But it wasn't really that part that really got to me, because people talked and stuff, and they were really good. But I was I need to know them on a personal level. And so the part that got to me is at the end of the night, from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. or longer, we all just talked. We got into different groups, and, it wasn't based on, you're in group 1 or in group 2. It was just sort of hey, let's hang out and talk. And it was awesome, guys, because, everyone there was in a similar situation, some of them were in college, some of them were in high school, but, we're all going through the same stuff, Some of them were looking for jobs, and I was guys, this is my people. So it was awesome. I can't even tell you all. And so the food was really good. They had a guide dog relief area, which was amazing because I had a fence around it. And the poop bags they use are amazing. They're the biggest kind I've ever seen. They're the longer kind. So I was stealing 20 of them. I was I'm just going to take some of these because they're here for free. So yeah. Excuse me. So it was great. And honestly, the amount of people that were so relaxed about blindness, it wasn't oh no, you're blind, weirdo, I didn't know where I was going, so I'd ask for help a lot. And it wasn't they didn't make me feel stupid for not knowing where I was going. So that was nice. Also, they had a piano and a library, which we didn't get to go see the library. I really want to go see that sometime. And on the entryway into the building, they have this thing called, it's this long room, okay? That's where, you enter the building, and there's, this plaque on there. And it's all in Braille, and then, all the way down the line is donations, it'll be, $10,000, Betty White. I don't know if Betty White donated, but if she did, it would have been on there. the charitable foundation of, I don't know, whatever, just anything. And so each plaque had on brown, and above it there was these glass cases. I assume they had print where it said what it was. I don't know. But in the inside of the door, when you walk in and you go all the way to the left to where the next entry door is the plaque that says, "Welcome to Jernigan Institute. This is what it is," kind of thing. So I recorded myself reading that, so I will attach that to this recording. Also, I got some videos of me playing. It's called Showdown. It's Paralympic sport, and it's like, imagine like a ping pong table, but it's surrounded by like a 2-inch, maybe 2 or 3 inch rim around it. And where the goals would be, there are like nets. So like the net of the goal, and then it has like jingle bells on it. So that's how you know you get the ball in the net. And then where the net would be like the actual like in between the middle, the table, there's a board. So there's no net. People can't see over each other like because the board's blocking the line of sight. But also, you can't hit the board with the ball, so you have to like roll the ball underneath the board. But the ball rattles, and the paddles are like tiny ping pong paddles. So they're not round; they're more like long oval rectangle-ish type things. And it was great. I've never played a game where I've been able to like do a decent job at playing it in my life without someone being like, "Oh no, you're blind. Let's make adaptations." They didn't. It was great. My hands hurt for like 3 days afterwards because I got hit with the paddle so many times. But it was awesome. I can't even tell you all. It's great. And like, yeah. Come on, B. Come on. There we go. Sorry about that. My dog was digging at herself. But yeah, and so like there was other guide dog handlers there. There was one from Seeing Eye, one from Guiding Eyes, one from Seeing Eye, one from Guide Dog Foundation, and one from Leader, of course. And Seeing Eye, I don't know if I told you Seeing Eye. Yeah, there was a lot of different schools, so it was very interesting to see how they worked with their dogs, the difference in training styles, and like just the way that like new teams and older teams got together, because like some of them were brand new. They just got their dogs like a month ago. And I was like, "I've had mine for 5 years." And they were like, "Yeah, I've had mine for 3. And it was just really crazy. But we all had a good time. And I think one of my few favorite parts, there was a lot of favorite parts, was just the camaraderie. How do you say that word? Camaraderie, I think. Like where you all get together and just like having that same common interest, and the speakers, some of them like, they went around to our group. So like we were divided into groups, like group 1, group 2. Our group was the Pink Pony Club, and they came around and talked to us, and we had to do like elevator pitches about like our lives, what we were going to do with our lives. And honestly, guys, like I almost cried because this one guy came up and I wrote it down so I wouldn't ever forget it. And he said, I was like, yeah, I said, I haven't really been successful at finding a job, and I have this internship, which I'll tell you about in another video, but it's not going anywhere. It's not getting me a job. And he was like, success is permanent. Failure is temporary. And I was like, pulled up my phone. I was like, I'm writing that down. And he's like, okay. And I was like, no, seriously, like, you don't know what that means. Like, success is permanent. Failure is temporary. Let that sink in for a sec. Like, it's crazy because it never really clicked in my head until I heard that word, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's got it going on. Like, yeah. So, yeah. And then, like, we had a couple other people come talk to us, and some of them I pulled to the side privately, and I was like, can I email you later? Because, like, this is amazing, and my heart just, it was so great. Because I feel like I finally have this hope that I can do a job and I can be successful in my life. And even if I don't find the job that I want to do as an OT, like, there are other ways that I can still do that similar work with independent living skills. So I was so excited, you all. Like, I can't even tell you all how wonderful the weekend was. As a blind person who's been dealing with this job search for 4.5 years almost, it was great to know that I'm not alone. And, yeah, So that was awesome. Like I almost went and cried for like 3 hours afterwards because I was like, oh, like I have friends and I have blind people that are actually like successful and they're doing all these good stuff and they're doing jobs and they're working in competitive fields like lawyers or teachers or government employees doing rehab or all these fields that everyone always said growing up, you can be whatever you want. Blindness is not going to stop you. But seeing that in real life was jaw-dropping. That's the word. Sorry. My COVID brain is like, nope. Yeah. So, anyway. Also, I have COVID during this video when I'm filming. It's an audio voice memo. That's the word. So I apologize. I am not 100% functional, but I have time, and I was like, I've got time, I'll make a video. So anyway, that was my experience with Jernigan Institute. We also did the YMCA at the end of the thing. It was amazing because I don't dance ever. And so they were like, okay, so Y, you put your arms above your shoulders, Y, and then M is like you put your arms, you bend your hands toward each other, so it's like an M, and then C is like you move your right arm down and your left arm is kind of like up in the air but not entirely, so it's like C, and then A is like you join your hands together like a triangle. I don't know if I did it right or not, but I was like cracking up because we were all doing it and people were like, what do we do? And I was like, just dance. And so no one was judging me, so I was probably like the worst person that did YMCA, but it was great, guys. Like nobody was like, you suck, And Beacon was even dancing. She was jumping up like, what are we doing? So yeah, so that's my experience with Jernigan Institute. Well, the president of one of the chapters said that if we were to write a song that was like about the Jernigan Institute and email it to her with similar to YMCA, we should do that. And so I have one written. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm like, this is cool. So anyway, hope you are doing well, and thank you for listening to the super long video. I apologize, and also it's black, so if you are sighted, sorry for you that you have to watch a black video with no screen, and hopefully, yeah, this is my second time getting COVID, so I'm just kind of really tired, but also I slept till 11 a.m. today, so I feel pretty good right now. So at the top it says, building our future with our own hands. Mm-hmm. Believing in ourselves, recognizing our capacity to construct our own future, accepting the responsibility to shape the destiny for the blind today and in the decades to come, forging a climate to foster the possibility for true equality for the blind, understanding the need to collaborate with our blind and sighted colleagues in forming a future filled with opportunity, all of this is the dream embodied by the National Federation of the Blind, Jernigan Institute. We offer possibilities to those who believed there were none. We give hope to those who are without it. The hands that have built this building have changed the nature of the future for us all.
Ball starts with Mercy.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Oh. Table tennis, BLT, BL for blind. Table tennis.
BLT,
Or tennis.
bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Okay,
Anyway.
Mercy starts.
All right.
Oh, that went right in.
Oh.
Good job.
Mercy had it.
So the net has bells, so this is,
Yeah.
that's how you know when you hit a goal.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm feeling dizzy.
No, I was at my own thing. Oh.
It's going.
It's going your way.
I got it. Wait.
Very slow.
Oh, I hate when this happens.
It's at the halfway point.
Ah! Okay. There we go. That's why you gotta smack it. You gotta give it.
Airborne.
Oh no, it's gone.
Do 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 do.
Somehow this is even worse than table hockey.
Can't reach.
Come here, ball. Oh, I've always been scared of air hockey.
I'm getting dizzy.